We are back live. We had no intentions of being on today. We were gonna, go back to our regularly scheduled programs because we don't really do Tuesdays here at the Rap Roundtable unless it's an in studio, and even then we moved that over to Wednesdays. So we had no plans of coming here until niggas go on the internet and see that our Drake decided to
Aubrey
drop another lawsuit back to back. Ironically,
So,
you know what I mean?
Whole new meaning to back to back.
Exactly.
Crazy.
So we have to talk about it because it's like now we're talking about defamation. This whole thing is going down a slope that I don't think it needs to go down. But nevertheless, it's your boy Jarve alongside Sid a Rap Snob, alongside Dini the Balance. Maybe Baylor will pull up later. We're not sure yet. Macito is on the clock because again, niggas got jobs and shit. Like we wasn't planning on being on air today. Don't read too much into it. Like Mace ain't here because he got a schedule. You know what I mean? Tuesdays is not our live day. All right, but we trying to
ducking y'all, man.
together for the people. Them, you know what I mean? And just as I say it, we got BTG at the buzzer. You know what I mean? Pulling in.
At work, nigga. What up?
I got the same hat, Baylor. That's crazy. That's literally the same hat.
Yeah, we always stick with the palm trees over here. We love palm trees.
So,
good choice. It's a good choice. It's fitting.
If Mace can sneak away for a minute, he will definitely pull up. But right now, you got the four of us, BTG in the building. The homie Didi back on deck with us tonight. But we gotta talk. You know what I mean? I feel like the culture is in peril right now. This is a very dangerous time for rap. And I feel like we gotta hear from the resident snob to put this thing in its proper perspective. So, consider Rap Snob. You see what's going on, multiple lawsuits, shit like that. Help us put this in its right perspective.
I know people want to see blood, but I don't know. I'm gonna shoot Aubrey a little bit of bail right now.
What?
What?
Nah, I'm lying, bro. I'm lying like a motherfucker. The fuck out? Who do you think?
Yo,
what do you think?
I wasn't prepared.
Come on, man. This is. I know Ja Rule is somewhere smoking a cigar, leaning back, feet up, like, yo, I finally am not the saddest. Like, I don't have the saddest L of all time in hip hop no more. You know what I mean? I like somebody went out sadder than me. That's crazy because we never thought that would ever be possible. But leave it up to the Canadian Aubrey to find a way to go out sadder than anything we could have imagined. Yesterday, we was here 24 hours ago, less than 24 hours ago, right? And Mace, I hope Mace can make it to the stream because like he made some points, and I guess like maybe 5% of me kind of understood what he was saying, but the other 95 is like, this is hip hop, bro. Like, what are we doing? Calling lawyers and fucking filing papers and calling the cops and snitching. Like, what the fuck are we doing right here? You know what I mean? But he was like, nah, but it's not against Kendrick. It's against the record label. All right, cool. You know what I mean? So he tried to make it seem, he tried to spin it like this was some type of, you know what I mean? Like fighting for the people, fighting for the little guy. Like we know Drake is only out for Delph. That's the only thing he cares about. You know what I mean? But okay, let's say we do spin it like that, right? Not even 24 hours later, a second lawsuit for defamation. Now you are really saying, yo, what he called me on record, I have to go and lawyer up about. I have to go and tell. I have to go and call the man because Kendrick Lamar went too far in this rap battle, and I can't take it. Now, here's the thing, because there's so many levels to this. I almost would have respected it more if he would have did this 6 months ago when it actually happened. Why the fuck is this happening 6 months later? We know why. Because he was trying to find a way to dig himself out of this hole that Kendrick done stomped him into. You know what I mean? And every single tactic that he tried, nothing worked. Everything failed. You know what I mean? So 6 months later, he's finally come to the realization that, damn, man, like I'm really, like my aura is at a negative right now. Like ain't nothing hitting for me. Like my golden touch is gone. Like I got to do something. So might as well be shit, tap into the white boy that you are and lawyer up. Might as well. You know what I mean? All the graces that we've ever granted Drake, all gone, absolutely gone. No more bail, no more nothing. You know what I mean? No cutting him zero slack. You know what I mean? And so my first question is, why did this not happen 6 months ago? Why is it happening now? But then, upon asking myself that question, it's like, why is this happening at all? Because like you begged for this battle, you stepped in, you had to know the rules of engagement, especially if that man warned you. He said, "Yo, this can be a friendly fade. Let's keep it that way." You know what I mean? And you went and crossed the line because you was really feeling yourself. The boy thought he was fucking Teflon Don and nothing ever would happen to him. You know what I mean? And so he went and crossed the line and started talking about families and other baby fathers and you beat your wife and all this other shit. Kendrick was like, I bet this is what you want to do. Let's do it. You know what I mean? After you begged that man to drop, you fucking trolled him into doing this. And now when the shit is not working out for you, you want to go to the fucking man. You want to call call the feds, call the cops, lawyer up, well, however you want to phrase it. This shit is disgusting, B. This is a fucking mock. Like this goes back to the fucking interview with Mos Def. And now I didn't forget. Motherfuckers was coming at me like, oh, like how you gonna be on Mos Def's side? Like he sound like a hater. Nah, bro. Like sometimes we just see through all the fog and the smoke. You know what I mean? We see through all the smoke and mirrors, man. He called it from back then, and now we're seeing exactly what Mos Def was saying back then. Drake is not hip hop because hip hop wouldn't do this, man. Imagine not saying dick sucking lips and Hov calling his lawyer, bro.
Imagine Ty Boho leading to litigation.
Imagine LL filing papers because Cannabis called him a homo rapper.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Ja being called a wankster. Oh, let me get on the phone with my lawyer. I can't take this. You know what I mean?
I ain't going out like no bitch. Where's my lawyer? You know what I mean?
This is it's fucking disgusting. This is disgusting. This is I can't find a word bad enough to describe this. You know what I mean? This is anti-hip hop. This is the exact opposite of hip hop. I don't know what the exact opposite of hip hop is, but that's what Drake is.
That's a fact. It's this. This is the literal opposite. You know what I'm saying? Do you need a balance? We know you couldn't tap in with us yesterday. Mm-hmm. You had a chance to absorb both the first lawsuit followed by the second lawsuit with the defamation. So we go. He said they tried to help him cheat. Now he's saying that UMG allowed Kendrick to slander my name without any kind of pushback, right? So now with that information out in front of us, what do you have to say about all of this, bro?
All right. So from a rap standpoint, it's bitch made. Lower to low. You know what I'm saying? But we've been arguing over this guy's bitch assness for the last like fucking few years. Like if this shocked anybody, like then you don't listen to yourselves talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? This nigga is like a herb, a true herb. So to find out he's doing herb shit to me is not a surprise at all. Like I sent y'all niggas the big worm meme today. You know what I'm saying? Play with my money, play with my emotions. If you think that Drake's pockets is not being affected by this shit in the slightest, you're smoking rocks. You know what I'm saying? When the money gone, the funny gone. And here we are. You know, like I'm sure there's certain endorsements that he can't pick up because in the song Certified Lover Boy, certified, you get it. You know what I'm saying? There's certain people that don't even want to put the money in the air. They don't want to play around with it.
Right.
Now, if they're now as far as the botting, there's been botting and podcast is bot. Shout out to everybody out there. Sadly.
Shout out to New Delhi. Huh?
Shout out to New Delhi, dog. Like as far as botting and boosting for records, I get it. But I think anybody would feel a way if the record that's botted and boosted is the record that's pretty much destroying you. Is he going about it the way a man's supposed to go about it? I say not. But like this is, I mean, what team is he on, bro? Is he not going to? Is he not following the team with the lawsuits? I'm just saying. What are we doing here? Is that not the team movement?
Right.
Is it not? That team, that team is known to put a suit on.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? That team will put a suit on quicker than Kirk Franklin. So it's the type of time. I just get the whole like, if the PDF shit is the which is the resounding part of the battle. You know what I'm saying? I checked today. It's at 19 on Billboard Hot 100.
Oh, it's back up.
It's 19. It was at 16 last week. But it's at 20, and it's at 29 weeks on the chart, bro.
That shit about to go back up.
Like my nigga, like life cannot be.
Dini just made a point because he said them people put the suits on. You know, some people in the chat not understanding what Dini's saying. He's saying them people.
Yeah.
When shit don't go the way they like, they put them suits on.
Suit and tie, man. Super fly. You heard?
Yeah.
So I call him a white boy just because I'm not trying to, you know.
Exactly.
And Sin said it in the chat earlier. Nigga said all that for a diss record. I'm like, my dude, that shit hasn't been a diss record since like the first hour it came out. You know what I'm saying? This shit is a nuclear missile, bro. Like most niggas have never been through the type of shit Drake going through right now. Like maybe Ja Rule. And if it is, this is not a hold my beer. This is more like a hold my keg. But you feel what I'm saying? The shit is I've never seen a rap in this kind of position, bro. I really haven't. You name him, I don't. And I see a nigga who's sloppy, moving like a nigga don't know what he's doing out here. He don't have the right people in his corner. Or before I give it up, pause. This could be I'm 400 million deep with these people. You get what I'm saying? I'm going on tour to Australia. I haven't been to Australia in 8 years, he said. So he's doing shit he don't even normally do to have to recruit this bread. We talked about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? The whip and the chain deal, even though you can't have a whip and the chain deal for 400 M's, but you can give someone a high.
The spirit of that is what it is.
It is, even though it's 400 M's. The money's the money, but it is a whoosh deal. You feel me? So
I'm looking it up now. His net worth, according to what I'm seeing right now, this is just a very quick search on Google, just to be clear. His net worth is 250 M's.
I mean, but the internet be a little off at the math.
Yeah,
I understand, but I'm saying
liquid cash.
When you owe 400,
and that's the thing. Before I pass it to Baylor, because Dini cooking right now. When you're in a position where all the whispers is that Drake wants to go independent, right? But he can't go independent until the company has recouped what they put in. So in his mind, I'll never be able to go independent if the company that signed me is also assisting and keeping me there, because I'll never be able to recoup if this guy has deflated my value. Because that's really what the lawsuit is about. Drake feels like Not Like Us has deflated his value and his impact on the music market. So he has to do something to where he can either get his bread or get out of the situation, etc. Again, for people like is a lame in the chat who don't know what's going on. Everything that with the Lucian Grange of it all and the contract, we talked about that back June, May.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like if you new here, don't ask and assume that we didn't talk about this already. We know why Drake is doing what he's doing with the litigation.
Mace connected these dots so long ago, bro. Before anybody else.
So long ago. He's mad because he felt like the parent company assisted in his demise in a backdoor way to keep him on the fucking label. Because we know if he ever goes independent, he will be the biggest free agent in music. Not rap. Music. Right? We understand all of that shit. The issue is, and people keep trying to talk around it, and niggas like Maul, I want to read this tweet. He says, the petition has nothing to do with the battle. It has everything to do with the business. But it's cool to hate Drake these days. And Maul is the integrity guy. He's always talking about integrity. And it's like, you're not going to insult our intelligence. If he like Baylor said yesterday, if the roles were reversed, would Kenny do this? Even if the facts were what they were? No. Because of integrity. You got in the ring. You did what you did. You said what you said. And in reverse, bro said what he said. So now you throwing litigations, and it's like, oh, he's not suing Kendrick. If you're suing the label that supported the song made by Kendrick Lamar, whether the paperwork says UMG or not, you're indirectly trying to knock the impact of Kendrick down. If you can't see that, then you just don't want to. So, Bill, I ask you now, this situation comes about.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's defamation.
Yeah.
Defamation in rap battles?
Yeah.
Isn't that the point?
No, we said this a long time ago. Like when you brought up the whole Pusha T battle and he said he went too far. Where? The Locks told us, bro, don't get in that mud if you don't want to get dirty. It can go anywhere.
Left, right.
And now all of a sudden we can't hit the quarterback. Come on, bro. And it's crazy. Shout out to Dini for coming to work. Get them paychecks. Hey, it's crazy how all of a sudden K-Dot's success is because, this is what Drake fans said, is because of Drake. Isn't it crazy how you flip it now? Because his downfall is because of K-Dot.
Crazy.
You see what I'm saying? And it's not just about the record. No, it's about the success that K-Dot is having outside of that record. And it's still continuing to go. He's not used to sharing a spotlight with anybody. True indeed, he had projects and he had relationships with cats from Atlanta, from Houston, and so on. But he was still Hulk Hogan in NWO. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all whole rank, but I'm up here. K-Dot is like, man, we move all that out the way, bro. I know who you really is. His fan base don't like the fact that he got exposed. Real cats already knew. That's why the arguments that we had before on this platform was like, no, New York hold rap to a higher standard. Why do y'all let him skip around like this?
He wasn't skipping around in our city, though. Atlanta did that.
I get it, but that's
a whole other conversation.
For real,
that's not us.
I got
we
you.
Didn't sanction him.
We don't do that here.
Texas, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Houston, Atlanta,
Vegas, not New York.
I got you. I'm not
LA more responsible than we are.
Yeah.
Well, we could be responsible on both sides. We corrected it.
The solution and the problem, huh?
Yeah. So my thing is that Kenny told y'all. I believe that these fellas on the platform already knew. It was just that he made the bops. All of a sudden, in 2024, the music is all dead. Oh, man. It seems like it's a lot going on now. We all spiraling at this point.
Yeah.
We all spiraling. Can we get back to I guess a time point where rap beef was just I had an argument with my homeboy last night because I said J. Cole is in this too. You know what I'm saying? He backed out of it too. Initially, like Sin said, bro, this was just a fair fade. And he said, well, when has there ever been a beef where it didn't end bad? How can you have a friendly fade in beef? I'm like, bro, even if I don't have an example right now, this could have been it. You could have had it amongst these three.
Well, but what does he even talk about? Because the most explosive battle of our generation was clearly Hov and Nas, and 5 years later, they was on stage together, shaking hands.
His excuse,
and then the Beanie Siegel Jadakiss beef. I'm sorry to cut you off, but let me just get this off. Because I remember distinctly, I was out in the streets. I was coming out of a club, and I hear the Beanie Siegel freestyle that was going at Jada, like bumping out the car, a random car. And we passed by and we was like, yo, what's that? Me and my homies. And we started listening to this. And I'm like, yo, this shit is scathing. Like there's some real hate and vitriol here. This is not no friendly shit. This is real street hate. And then Jadakiss, with his response, was talking about putting Beanie Siegel's braids on the yellow lines. I remember Flex talking about yo, I'm not even playing these records because this could really lead to real street shit, and we don't want none of that. You know what I mean? All that to say this, them motherfuckers is friends now.
Yeah, they eating tacos. They eating tacos together.
You know what I mean?
But that was rap though. That was true rap, bro.
At Bean's food truck in Philly, helping him cook up food and shit.
Yeah, that was rap beef. That was basically like Rockefeller, Rough Rider shit. That wasn't these two niggas. Actually, if you go back and listen to fucking Siegel tell you, like, Kiss is these niggas inspired me. I rap this
part of the battle.
You know what I'm saying?
But the Kiss used to call Beans his son during that shit.
Son Kiss. You know, it was a full-on thing. But like it's these niggas genuinely don't like each other. It's a whole different thing when the energy's there, bro. It's true dislike.
I understand that, Deanie, but who started that?
I mean, Kenny could have started that too. Control verse was there.
Wait. Here's the thing. I honestly don't care who started it because that's my culture, bro. If I see Jarv and we on the court, let's play one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna throw jabs. New York is, hey, we got the best point guards of all time. All right, bet. Let's check it up then. You send your guard over here, and it's all fair because afterwards we gonna be cool. In this situation, they not gonna be cool.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: it's still in the time. It's still in the frame of hip hop, though. I don't care really who started it, but if we want to talk about who went too far and why it went too far, it started from somewhere.
This is a fact. 1.1K in the chat, y'all. Don't do us like Drake. Hit the like button, y'all. Come on now.
Hit that like.
And he's getting to a point where he can't fix it now. He can't fix his image anymore.
I really don't know a way out of this, bro. I can't think of one. Like
the damage is already done.
Lay low.
And this goes back to what I said yesterday. I don't see him coming back to rap, bro. Like, I really don't.
Nah.
My heart of hearts, I honestly don't. I honestly don't.
Right, well,
but that's the upside to him. He got a whole bunch of uncha lanes. He can go and do his thing. At least he don't got to suffer like a Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying?
No, this might all be a big rollout of him saying, "Hey, I've been an actor this whole time." He did a phenomenal job.
Might be in Gladiator 3.
That's been shit. He more Denzel in Gladiator 2 at this point. He going out wicked, B. Going out wicked. I mean, I might be a spoiler for some, but if you see it, you'll get the reference, B.
Hey, man, T.I. and Luda, Big and Pac, none of these cats went to the feds and said, hey, I think Pac's taking it a little too far. What? Come on, man. I don't care which side you on, bro. If I catch Pac in the courtroom pointing at Big or C's, bro, no, you can't represent our city no more, bro. It's over for that.
But son not like us. Dude, he told you in the record, bro.
But hear me out, though. And I throw this back because the thing is, I didn't think we'd have to get here today. I didn't think it would be multiple litigations because I asked the question yesterday. I was like, where are your priorities as far as if you suing for bots, why you not suing for your name? And I guess because his team is so slack, I guess they saw that was the conversation, so they had to circle back. Oh, shit, it does look crazy if you're suing about bots, but not about the allegations, right? But if you want to play dirty in that regard, as far as litigations, that's the word of today if you haven't figured it out, Kenny could play that game too. Do we want to do that? Because, again, before he got into this, he the one saying you was beating your girl, right? Your kid is not really yours as your manager. Drake was threatening to expose him on that drive. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and Kenny has shown at every point in his career that if you want to play dirty, I will play just as dirty as you, if not worse. Kenny could do the same shit now, and then where we gonna be at? Then there's a countersuit. Then we just throw the whole thing out. Because you saying that I'm what's just being a PDF and being a domestic abuser is equal crimes in his current space. Not to say Kenny would do it, but what I'm saying is you're leaving yourself open to that type of shit. Because it was a response. It wasn't a direct allegation. Kenny responded to you saying shit about me, by me saying you do this.
And here's the thing about that. I want to jump in here because I think this is what's really burning Drake at his core is that he was outgamed at all levels. And now in the light of all this litigation that's happening now, like this is the final stage of seeing how far Kendrick went at outplaying the game, outgaming him. You know what I mean? He like at every step, like it was basically like, again, he was warning him like, yo, you really don't want to take it there. Let's keep this friendly. You know what I mean? And then Drake crossed the line, and Kendrick was like, "All right, you want to go low? I can go lower." And here's the thing: this is where I feel like there's always some type of backlash that Kendrick faces that from a certain segment that Drake doesn't face, because Kendrick, as being the righteous one, people have this feeling like, oh, when people go low, the righteous people are supposed to go high. This is the one time Kendrick said, all right, you're going to go low, I'm going to go even lower. You know what I mean? And I really honestly feel like this is part of why he made 616, because he was like basically talking to God saying, yo, forgive me for how low I'm about to go, but we got to take this clown out. You know what I mean? And this shit, I was thinking about this earlier. This reminds me of, if y'all remember The Dark Knight, at the end when Batman created that surveillance machine and Lucius Fox came in and was like, yo, this is dangerous. Like, we're not supposed to have, we can't do this. You know what I mean? And but Batman was like, yo, look, like the ends justify the means right now. Like, if this is what we got to do to catch this dude, to take this dude down, then this is what we got to do.
And shut it down afterward.
You know what I mean? And shut it down after. But that's what Kendrick did. He understood the assignment and said, look, this is how low we got to go. So be it. God forgive me, but I'm about to take this clown out. And that's what
I agree with everything you said except for one thing, Sin. I feel like whether the lawsuit was today or 6 months ago, nigga still would have went out like a bitch. That's why there really is no way out in this. He
would have went out like that because you already know he is.
That's what I'm saying. If he did it in 6 months, if he did it immediately, it would have been like, oh, you little bitch, you can't take the heat. And he's going through it now. Now it's, damn, little bitch, you going through the heat and you still can't take them. So it would have been a her move regardless. So
if we gonna keep harping on who told the truth and who told the lies, like all of them could be lies, but it's like at the same time,
bro, rap are based in half truths anyway.
Yeah. I get it. I'm just saying.
Even Jay-Z's facts were half truths on Takeover.
Yeah.
And let's play devil's advocate. You know what I mean? Let's say, all right, Kendrick and his team did use bots. You know what I mean? That was part of the game. You know what I mean? This is what Drake and his team have been doing. They're colluding with Spotify. Like I was sending it in the group chat. We've seen what happened in 2018 when Scorpion came out. Fucking Drake's face was plastered on every single playlist. Yo, Spotify users was so tight seeing Drake's face on every playlist. The Bachata playlist, the fucking gospel playlist, like every single playlist, bro, because Scorpion was out.
Sin, I promise you, if this goes the opposite way and K-Dot loses this battle, we over here in LA, like, dog, we need to figure out something. The only thing that we probably be celebrating still is just the Dodgers championship, and that's it. we don't have no lawsuits. We have nothing but a wounded soldier that we believe in the most.
And let's get into a couple of things. I remember when Nicki Minaj was crying about label shenanigans, right?
Mm-hmm.
She talked about similar things with bots. Aubrey was quiet. Aubrey didn't get in front of that fire for Nicki.
Ooh, talk.
It wasn't. That's why, again, it's like when they say it's not about Kendrick. Yes, it is. Because, again, the botting didn't just start in 2024. It's been here. For the people who've been here, when we always joke about, we got to go back to New Delhi. When we was joking about shout out to New Delhi, it's because our platforms was buying views and subscribers, and we peeped it because there's websites that keep track of that shit. So we used to joke and say shout out to New Delhi. Because niggas was really buying the shit.
Crazy.
Rappers buy the shit. There's underground rappers right now who will go on YouTube, and if you go and you do the knowledge, they'll have like 50,000 views on their videos, 100 likes and 1 comment. They bought them views, and labels figured that out, and labels figured out a way to buy everything.
Yeah.
They buy the views, they buy the likes, they buy the comments, shit like that. And when we just tried to bring that shit to us, I say go do the knowledge on the analytics. It's right there. When we do our live shows, you see, like we got 1,400 in the live right now. With YouTube, how that works is that they correlate information based on your reach in real time. Okay, Drake had the shit running. Niggas was whispering about Drake cheating a couple years ago. Remember Tekashi? Tekashi was telling us he was botting, essentially. This is not new. But again, when Nicki was talking that talk, when she felt like the industry was trying to push her out and they was positioning other artists and botting their stats and she was crashing on everybody on Twitter, we didn't hear not a word from Aubrey, bro. Not a singular word. So I don't want to hear nothing about it's not about Kenny. The next thing, let's get into some gangster shit for a second, because it's like the thing about people, they don't understand how corporate work, right? You think Universal just woke up and just said, all right, we're gonna just bot Kenny shit. If they bought it or they got into cahoots with Kenny, it's because this has been a long-standing fallout with Drake. Companies don't do shit egregiously. They do it in a very specific manner when they're done with you at the highest level. Drake is a $400 million act. So Lucian can't just drop. You don't drop Drake, right? But when you're in corporate America, what they do, they phase you out. Then they give you a severance package. It just so happens that we're witnessing Drake's severance package in real time. They pushing him down. They're devaluing the asset that is Drake, so that when they do eventually release the nigga, he won't have the same value on the open market that he did 2-3 years ago. I don't understand why nobody's figured this out yet. Why we gotta tell y'all that?
Tory Lanez really set the blueprint of how a nigga could really work this independent shit different. And I'm sure Drake is looking at this shit like, if he figured out a way to master this shit, like the day I go independent, like the game is over.
And
you know
this
what I'm
is why his pop started screaming about Jay-Z when he caught the charge. Because niggas, this shit is a system. A nigga like Tory not supposed to operate outside of the system. You bad for business. You fucking the money up.
Yeah. Badly.
And this goes back to the conversation we were having not too long ago about Drake just being a perpetual worker. You know what I mean?
If he was a mo, thank you, Sen Cook.
And not being able to get himself out of that position, like he should have had some foresight. You know what I mean? But now you stuck because you still under the thumb of these motherfuckers holding 400 mil over your head perpetually. You know what I mean? So he has nobody to blame but himself, honestly.
Adini, did you say that Tory Lanez was the only artist to be independent?
I don't recall saying Tory Lanez was the only artist to be independent.
So this idiot here has issues with listening. I just want to highlight the idiot.
Only, huh?
Yeah, I mean, no one said that. Okay?
Only.
It's like, bro, like if you were, and that's why we talked about it, and it's like, we was like, bro, at a certain point, when you're very famous, especially in the music business, you have to weaponize your impact on the space by becoming a mogul. As long as you keep signing artist deals or anything that can be functioned in a way that seems, even though it's 400 M, so you can't say it's not an artist deal. If it's not a situation where he's in control, he's the asset that controls, you're at the behest. Like, this is almost like some long-form Dame Dash shit happening to Drake. Because he never held the cards. But I guess in his mind, he was like, I'm going to sign this deal because if they play with me, I can always sue them. And here we are. Most niggas get played with by labels and they go away and they go on a podcast and they complain or they go on their social media and they complain. He's like, I'm a sue.
Yeah,
because again, remember we said months ago, he came into this league and hip hop didn't embrace him. So he always felt like, why the fuck I got to play by hip hop rules if these niggas don't like me anyway? So now we seeing it play out.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean, you still got a shout out to you. Still got to be good enough to use the bots, though. You know what I'm saying? The bots got to work for you.
That's true.
This is the equivalent. This is the equivalent of that clip where he's talking to people that look like the other side of him at that dinner table, and he's talking about how, you know what I mean, like certain language and certain ways of speaking is ignorant. You know what I mean? This is the equivalent of that. You know what I mean? He was fine to cosplay for all this long, but now when shit hits the fan, he gonna switch. He's Two-Face.
This the same guy that got on the stream.
I'm gonna call him Harvey Dent.
This the same guy that got on the streaming platform and said he stood up and said, "I'm still intact." What was wrong?
How do you say that with the paperwork about to drop the next day?
Yeah. Well, maybe you didn't want to put that on K-Dot because then that will open up an investigation.
The lawsuit was intact.
You did.
Facts. Thank you, Dini. It was like, what you mean I'm still intact? Man can't phase me with fairy tales. Whole time paperwork dropping. Like, that's crazy.
Okay, okay, Crody, you got us.
Crody.
Oh my God!
If you look at that clip, like his aura is so diminished. Like there's no, like, at a certain point, you felt the sense of bravado, like sort of emanating from him. Like I don't see that at all anymore. Like,
You got
like
the cool knocked out of him, bro.
the photos with the bags under his eyes at the white party.
Duck
This
faces.
shit, like the duck faces, all of that.
Weird
Like this shit talking about like I'm still intact. Like nobody asked you all that, bro. Like
Where's sexy red at?
Just put the fries in the bag, bro. Nobody asked you that.
Who's standing next to him besides Chubbs?
It's a rough time. And
Somebody better go get him. Well, he can't. Well, Young Thug can't go get him. He got to go to Young Thug's house. We already know that. So
Well, young Thug, he's trying. He's trying. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's two motherfuckers that's down bad right now. Like Young Thug has missed all this time. You know what I mean? He's trying to make his way back into the music scene. Drake got the fucking the wind knocked the fuck out of him. You know what I mean?
And even if they did drop something that was fire, the whole world would just say he had to run back
how
to
does
Atlanta.
Young Thug look now? Does Young Thug coming off this case? Now he's standing next to a nigga that's essentially telling on the music business.
Crazy. Just call Gunner, bro.
Yo,
welcome him home, man. The game is wild, bro.
Yo,
and the thing
what
is,
if he wins though?
I don't know.
I mean, it's not even.
What if the whole thing is just to take out that word out of the song? What if that's like if you can't get nothing else, just take out that word out of the song?
That's a slippery slope, bro.
Just so he can't perform it at the Super Bowl?
No, you can still perform the song, but it's the certified lover boy, certified blank. You just don't hear the word anymore.
We cool with that.
Who cares about that?
If I was Drake, I'd care about that, but I digress.
But for the sake of argument, I don't even think on the Super Bowl stage that Kenny can even say that word.
No, exactly.
Like, so, you know what I mean?
What does it matter?
It don't matter. The crowd gonna say it.
And if you don't want to hear it, turn the TV off.
70,000 people.
Turn the TV off.
Turn the TV off.
Y'all turn the TV. Y'all just talking.
Baylor been putting Baylor been telling us the hidden messages with these album titles the whole time.
Wow. Turn this TV off. I love it.
Damn. Because the crowd gonna say A minor. The crowd gonna say certified. They gonna say it because he gonna cut the beat off and they gonna say it.
But here's the other thing too.
It's gonna be crazy.
Like, I'm gonna read this off of the screen cap. UMG could have refused, according to Drake or his representation. It says UMG could have refused to release or distribute the song or required the offending material to be edited and or removed. This is by Drake's lawyers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? About Not Like Us. When have you ever heard about editing a diss track? Bro.
Yeah. But
did you not understand the rules of engagement?
But we've never seen a diss track do this.
You don't give a fuck about them rules.
Never seen a diss track do this.
Dini, you're right. We never
seen a diss track at this point.
We never seen this
hit, bro.
Because
we did. We saw Ether. We saw what Ether did. Ether's in the dictionary behind this nigga.
It's a whole
But Jar, that was between
a whole verb.
But that's between two elite, legendary New York artists. That's going to go bout for bout. We're talking about this. This is just more than just two artists going against each other. They didn't put LA versus Toronto against each other, Canada versus Cali. It's so much involved in this. And it shouldn't be at the end of the day, because part of me as a hip hop fan really wanted to hear more records from the both of them. At one point, I was like, yo, a Drake and Pusha T track would be crazy. But then once Pusha T said, nah, I'll never do it. And K-Dot just told y'all, I'll go to hell first before I'm cool with him.
Piece it up.
Before the beef's done. Facts.
So it's over. It's over. And I feel like he probably could have saved his image, but he wasn't going to fix anything between him and K-Dot. And we just have to be okay with that. And
then we got DeLon Branch here saying, I think y'all the only ones looking at this from an entertainment level, not a branding situation. I don't know when you pulled in DeLon, but we spoke
discussed
about
that, homie.
The impact on Drake's brand and why he's actually suing maybe like 10, 15 minutes.
I don't care
Go
how much
backwards.
I don't care how much y'all try to save the boy with all these comments. He the one that wanted to jump in the ring and get filthy. He just didn't get dirty enough.
Yo, I got to get back to work because if not the rap round table, I'll be at the unemployment table. Shout out to the whole chat, 1.5 on deck. My brothers is cooking. Hit the like button, show some love. You hear? Because you fuck with it, y'all. Hit the like button. Baylor, Sincere, Jarvie, Deanie. I got to get back to the gig, y'all. Cook.
Right.
Chef it up.
All right, Dean.
Jeez, Dean. We still here. Don't leave, chat. Deanie's leaving, not us.
I'm out here. Y'all stay. I'm going to be in the chat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? DeLon says he is late. Well, scroll back, DeLon. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, be like, I'm concerned about, before we get out of here ourselves, because, you know, I'm just concerned about if the legalities go in his favor. I feel like this torpedoes a lot of shit. Like people thinking about this from branding and business, and I can understand that he feel like the label didn't do right by him. Cool. But now, if he does this and he's successful, anytime any rapper gets into anything, I could just sue the nigga. What if we backdate and sue niggas now? Every diss record is on the table.
Well,
Ja Rule can wake up and sue for Wankster now. You know what I mean? Like, is this what we want?
And that's the thing. I feel like a big part of this is Kendrick seeing Drake's history in the game and seeing how for all the perceived positives that we've seen in the game from Drake being the guy, there's been a separate segment of the population of the listening audience, probably Kendrick included, that sees just as much negatives to what has happened in the game since Drake has been the guy. You know what I mean? And like this is the culmination of that. This is the culmination of like, you know what I mean? Like this is not the game. This is not the hip hop that Kendrick and Drake stepped into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now looking at it and seeing how far it's devolved because of cloud culture, because of, you know what I mean, algorithm culture, because of, you know what I mean, all of it. We got to reset this. You know what I mean? And so Kendrick, when he says things like, we got to watch the party die. You know what I mean? When he drops an album like GNX, which is basically an ode to his regional sound of LA. He's saying, let's take it back to ourselves. Let's not try to be everything to everybody. Let's be us to our people. You know what I mean? When he drops this video, heavily coded, so much symbolism in this video that he just dropped. The one thing that I can't believe I missed was that the entire framing of it,
The Roots.
it's the Roots, the Next Movement video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think of that title, the title of that song, The Next Movement. There's a new movement that he's trying to have a step into. You know what I mean? Because like shit has devolved entirely too much over the last decade or so. You know what I mean? 10 to 15 years. We gotta restart, reposition, start the next movement, and move forward from here, because this shit that this Canadian boy is doing, bro.
And we could have had both, though. We could have had the same movement and then have Drake just sit down for a year, come back next summer, drop his bangers, and you could still have the movement that K-Dot had. Now it's not going to look like that.
But that was never going to happen. That was never going to happen just because of the person that Drake is.
That's too much ego. He told you what drug to take.
Hey man, I think we can leave it right there. I just wanted to make sure that we covered the aspect of the outcome of a potential victory. I doubt that he gets the victory just based on how Universal is talking right now. I think they're prepared for whatever they on, whatever he on. You know what I mean?
They listened to that first track on GNX.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is gonna work out. Put it this way. I'll put it to you like this. It better work out. Because if he loses that shit,
yeah,
with the hit on his Q rating, doing this is gonna that has already impacted him, I should say. This is an ultra lose-lose scenario. Ain't no amount of podcast hosts from Maul to academics to Rory trying to mansplain it to whatever the fuck. Like, you gotta win. He has to win this. Because if he loses it, go make pop, holla at Flo Rida and go make the greatest pop rap collaboration album ever and have fucking Pitbull do the hooks.
Or him and Jay,
go make an album.
Him and J. Cole can do the remix to 7 Minute Drill.
Yo, J. Cole is safe now. Drake has threw his body in front of everything J. Cole ever did wrong in the last 6 months. J. Cole could drop the fall off right now and it's gonna go crazy.
J. Cole and Ja Rule high-fiving right now.
Oh shit.
Both sharing cigars and fucking taking shots together.
Hey, I want to take this time out to say I called Jar and I said, yo, where am I at doing all this West Coast talk and stuff like that? But I have to admit, you be holding us down. You be holding us down too much to where I be like, somebody got to protect you, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you, my guy.
Yeah, man.
Hey, y'all.
Likewise.
With that said, it's the Rap Roundtable. You got Jav, BTG, Sincere Rap Snob. Shout out to the homie Mace. He's on the clock, couldn't make it. Dini went back on the clock, but he did what he could when he could. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. If you haven't by now, please hit the like button on the way out.
Here for y'all.
Oh, matter of fact, I forgot about the super chats. I got to read those.
Oh, word.
Ariel Smoke said, did Mace get benched? Nah, Mace is on the clock right now.
Mace is a starter. I'm the backup.
You know what I'm saying? Remember, we got jobs, gang. Like, we wasn't supposed to be. Drake is the only reason we even pulled up today. He want to keep suing shit. You know what I mean? We got to talk about it. Ariel Smoke says J-Ho is still a hoe. Talking about J. Cole. Jermaine L. Johnson says, no. Where's Mace? He's on the clock. David Lewis Love says battle rap could be over if Drake wins his lawsuit. YouTube or any platform will refuse to carry in fear of being sued. I'm telling you, the slippery slope is real. I mean, that was an extreme case, but
didn't the battle rappers support him?
Concern yourself with the slippery slopes of this shit.
Drake, battle rappers are like
they swear by him.
Full support of Drake. Absolutely, 100%.
The Concast says Drake never directly called Drake a PDF. Yay.
I kind of understand what he's saying, but I'm gonna let him.
He might be right. You have to pause it, but the suggestion sometimes is enough in certain cases. Key with a super chat $10 says I'm a K-Dot fan and love a couple of songs from this new album, but let's not front like some of those K-Dot albums on this project are not annoying as hell. Let's be real. This is not the Kenny review. Why are we talking about? Nobody even talking about the album. But thank you, Key.
We'll come back to it, but not right now.
Thanks. Rasta Miyagi, the homie Zig says I ain't gonna lie with all these moves from Auntie Audrey. Damn. All the bitch and that says, isn't it time to rearrange the big three? Because we all agree these movers, they're not of the cloth. I mean,
Future is looking for a spot.
Future got a conversation to be had. Tyler is in the conversation. Shit.
We rescinded his cloth a while ago. So.
Shit. Rafi Rodriguez says, enjoying all the content from you guys. Jarvison, y'all were hilarious at hip hop talks. It was a good time to be alive on the West Coast. Oh, I didn't know you from the West Coast. Rafi, salute. Where you from, bro? You know what I mean? You and Billy could go have some tacos or something.
Hey, that's one of my bots.
TJLP, $2 says it's over for BBL. Beach Boy Low says this was a sassy move. What makes it worse is that he might be the destruction of rap battles. Now they gotta watch what they say or be. See, this everybody's seeing what's going on. JP's Revenge says Euphoria is prophetic. Dot exposed the bitch that Canadian. We gotta stop blaming Canada for Drake. Because it's tough niggas in Canada too. You know what I mean? Y'all forget when he went crying to Angie Martinez after Control and called it harsh words. I did forget about that. All this stems from Drake crying over Control. Yeah, Drake should have been.
Wait. Drake went on Angie?
There was an interview where he was complaining about Control. Just hop on YouTube after and go look that up.
I do remember that. I don't know about complaining, but he was I think he was saying something like, it's got like Angie was asking him, would he ever get in a battle? And he's like, yeah, but it's got to be real. And what Kendrick is doing is not really real. You know what I mean? He was
calling Kendrick a cloud chaser before that was a phrase.
Yeah. I do remember that.
Last but not least, Ariel Smoke with a $2 holler says them OVO show bus takers have been way too quiet. You real disrespectful, Ariel. But yeah, we're getting up out of here. Everybody who's at work or commuting home, get home safe. We're going to get back to our regularly scheduled program. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. If you haven't by now, please subscribe. Run the subscriptions up. Keep the comments rolling in. Follow us on social media. Follow us everywhere on social media. And we'll be back soon. Peace.
What's West, y'all?